I got an idea of how I want to do this. They're telling me my top need is defensive left end. I have DeMarcus Lawrence at that position.
Yeah, trade him to me since you need that spot.
Fuck you.
Liking him.
Before we actually get into the draft, I want to go smoke.
Okay, he just walked away too, so. I mean, we can start it, just don't fast forward it. I mean, we're all at the end.
I think I'm dead last.
Yeah, fuck you. You're always dead last.
That's because I won the Super Bowl. I beat you to do it. But he couldn't stop Elliott.
Why isn't he still playing like that in real life?
Because I paid him a boatload of money, and then he's gonna go. Oh, my money, I ain't doing shit now. Big payday.
I'm telling you, when Shannon Sharp was sitting there flipping out on that show saying he was injured, he said, "Give me 200 cc's, get me back on the fucking field."
I don't care what you guys do. You pay me to be out on that field.
We were saying like how players go down anymore, like on the smallest hits, like in real football, and they're like, "Oh, we're out 3 to 6 weeks." And I was telling him, I remember when Shannon Sharp was just livid. He said when he was playing, he would have a dislocated knee. He'd look at the coach and say, "Give me 200 cc's of something. I don't care. I need to get back on that fucking field."
That's my payday right there.
But the players now they get injured. Oh, I'm getting my paycheck, so I'll go out a couple weeks. It's fucking sad. If I got a tenth of their paycheck, even at my age now, I'd be like, I'm in. Let's go. I may fuck up, but I'll do my best. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's mind-boggling. I I haven't I haven't seen it in, I want to say, 6 years, because they look like they just chucked the ball and. Yeah, I look at what the game tells me I need, and then I look at it and I'm like, I don't know where it's fucking getting this from. No, take your time, cause he just went out to have a cigarette. So take your time. That's all I need too. I just need a few. And if you take my guys, I'm gonna be pissed. Well, I got a season with anime going, and my brother was like, "Well, I'll join you guys," and I'm like, "Okay, you know." So me and him try his invite. None of us see him, and I'm like, "What the hell?" And he's like, "Is there a difference between the PS5 version and the PS4 version?" I was like, "I don't think so." But all I'm reading is everybody on a PS4. All my friends on PS5 are not showing up. And anime is like, well, everybody on my PS5 showing up, but none of you are. And I'm like, that's weird. So I bid it and I paid for the game again for the PS5 version. I started seeing anime. I didn't see my brother, and I'm like, what the hell? So I'm like, I'll do some research on it, but let's just start our season to do it. The first game I played, I already see the difference, and they're not cross compatible. The PS5 version, the play calling like list when you're choosing to play is different. Plus, in PS5 version, there's a meter that your team can work on. Like if you're doing good, the meter slowly builds up, and it'll say like your stamina will not drain as quickly, and if you do a little better, then it'll be players the other team could get a little confused on their plays. And there's three things on the meter, and the last one could be, they can't read the field goal thing, your field goal meter and everything. They'll have trouble reading it. Like, it's a little different. That's why they're not cross compatible because it has things on that one that the PS4 version does not have. And anime keeps saying we should be able to do it. I said no, it's not going to work. There he is. Bread's ready. I'm ready. Just waiting on you. Since you won the Super Bowl, we're going to take all your players anyway, so. Fucking cocky bastard. He said, I don't need anybody. I don't know either. It just, all three of us were trying to keep up on the games we have, and we started spreading apart. Yeah. And then you started working your hours. My hours started kicking in. So when you were on, I was at work, and when I was home, you were at work.
And then I was working non-stop,
Yeah.
but I'm ready.
All right, I'm gonna start the draft.
Okay, here we go. The Jets now on the clock.
Okay. Who has the power to fast forward? I mean, I won't if fiends aren't ready for me to yet, if I can.
All right, next up, the football team on the clock.
My games are all fucked up.
All right, on the clock now, the Lions.
Go into something like this or something and then back out. No, Adam's screen is working really weird. There we go.
Okay, the Texans up now. They're on the clock.
There we go.
All right, it's the Browns now on the
All
clock.
right, Browns. Don't take my players. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, it's the Patriots on the clock now.
You're up.
Wow.
It's the Cowboys now on the clock.
Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, okay, it took. Okay, I was gonna say, I think it just skipped me. Because.
Alright.
Wow.
Jets now on the clock.
You know, I'm going through the wide receivers. The top fits are always Vikings, Lions, and Cowboys. All of them.
Okay, here we go. Washington now on the clock. And the Browns on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go in. On the clock now, it's the Patriots. The Cowboys now on the clock.
Play 500 downs with this player to unlock his potential. Not? Okay.
The Jets now on the clock. Let's see what they do. The Browns are now on the clock.
You. You got 7 seconds left. Okay.
3, 2.
The Patriots are now on the clock. The Cowboys on the clock now. What direction will they go? And now we turn to the Jets. It's their selection. Okay, the Browns on the clock now. All right, next up, the Patriots are on the clock. Well, I guess they won't be turning in a card here. They have traded the pick away.
Here we go again.
All right, on the clock now, the Cowboys.
I was offered a trade. I had a list of computers offering me a trade. Every every time it's my turn, they're like, "Hey, this is all the offers." I'm all psyched. I'm gonna play the first game now.
All right, next up, the Jets are on the clock.
Yeah, I looked over on your screen. I saw the question mark, so it was a good pick apparently. Omega, the player he just drafted.
So my first round pick, I got a trophy for.
Washington is now on the clock.
It was Stud Finder. So obviously he's going to be a good player.
What position?
Tight end.
Uh,
It's the
Brett, are
Lions
you
now on the
ready
clock.
for your pick?
All right, now on the clock, the Texans. Now the Broncos are on the clock. Who do they have their eye on? Now we turn to the Browns. They're on the clock. Patriots on the clock right now. Let's see who they have their eye on. All right, now. Looks like there's a trade coming in.
I am evil.
Okay, it's the Cowboys now on the clock. Well, hold on a second now. It appears a different team is filling out a card right now. And that can mean only one thing, people. They just traded the pick. Okay, here we go. The Jets now on the clock. All right, it's the Browns now on the clock.
If you go to trade your pick and review offers, you can see what people are offering you for your pick. Right at the top, it says trade your pick. If you hit that, it'll ask you to review or decline all offers. If you review them, you can see what you're being offered. No.
No, because they're giving you their turn. Those are the turns that haven't come up yet.
We've got some
Or
action
it's for
going on
turns
the
for
field
next
with this
season.
pick. We'll have the details in a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, it's the Patriots on the clock now. Wait a minute here.
So you could
Yep,
trade the
they
rest
just
of your
traded
picks
the
away.
pick away. It's the Cowboys now on the clock. Okay, here we go now. It appears we've got a trade. The Buccaneers are on the clock now. And the Browns on the clock now. Let's see what direction they go in. I guess they won't be turning in a card here. They have traded the pick away. On the clock now, it's the Patriots. All right now, looks like there's a trade coming in. The Cowboys now on the clock.
Wow.
Well, hold on a
Yeah.
second now. It appears a different team is filling out a card right now. And that can mean only one thing, people. They just traded the pick.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really good starting overall for a tight end.
I like when I draft players like that.
Last game of the preseason.
Huh?
Last game of the preseason.
Ah. I need you both to.
Really?
What?
Week 1.
Me versus you.
Yes. No bread.
No, I have to look at it. I face him week 8. Yeah. Hall of Fame induction. Ooh. Oh, it's loading. I was going to say.
There's no question the resume for Darrelle Revis is an intriguing.
Darrelle Revis.
His 20
I respect that.
interceptions are curiously low for a cornerback who played 11 years in the NFL. But those who watched Revis all those years know the full story. His interception total.
Adam just got booted too.
Because few quarterbacks dared to throw at him. He exiled wide receivers to Revis Island, where they struggled with minimal targets and even fewer receptions. He's
Back out to the main menu and go back in.
He's a Pro Football Hall of Famer.
That's what it gave me. Yeah, Darrelle Revis.
That was a good idea to watch that.
Me either.
I gotta upgrade players. That's what area do you want him to be scouting from?
We can simulate it to the regular season.
Someone's picking up a lot of static. Like that. I gotta play my brother.
Well, I'm gonna make the Cowboys start with a loss. just to get that out of the way.
Says the man who lost to them in the Super Bowl.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna back out of here so I can get the invite. Dude, I'm gonna spank you. When we get out on the field, I'm gonna go up to DeMarcus Lawrence and say, "You're a bitch."
Let me know how that works for you. He still hasn't learned. Thursday night game.
It's a great night to watch me smack you.
Do you pick home jerseys? I don't know what jerseys you want.
Classic home, 90s.
You want to do classic 90s? Okay.
The last time the Cowboys actually did win a Super Bowl.
Hey, they still have won a Super Bowl much sooner than some teams. My running back's better.
Okay.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set.
Yeah, we're ready for football, right?
The New England Patriots. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Power running by Zeke, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The give is to Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Okay.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 13-yard line. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's been a pretty long opening drive drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score.
Oh my God, fuck you.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are
Already.
here first in the season opener. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Yes.
I will be after work. 10.
Game's already pissing me off.
And nothing much materializing there on the first.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Later.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty of make a nice play there, swing up the ball carrier.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Throwing Jones.
What the fuck was that?
So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start.
Fucking stupid ass.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. They'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Certainly no settling into
CD Lamb.
He came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots' 39. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. On third down, Elliott. And he's going to get this inside the 30. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. It'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Prescott now. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Patriots are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
On 2nd down now, Dupree. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. The Patriots send out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Taken right around the 44. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eluding the pressure right. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Throwing, Prescott. Out left, he's got it to Everett.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Now Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And this one's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now Jones. Flush to his right. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And caught by Henry. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in week 1. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. Jones throwing on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to get the football at the 30. 7-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Prescott. Flushed out right. A dump off to Elliott. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. But you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Escaping the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's McDonald. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by Lambeau is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Jones. Fighting his safety valve here. That's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This one to Bourne out on the left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Back to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Morrison. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Off the play fake, Jones. Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he will have a Patriots first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Right back to him on first down. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On 2nd and 12, Jones looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
And he's got it. Touchdown. Jonnu Smith, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Now the extra point. And it's 17-7. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 111 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Prescott to throw it. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. There's Henry to make a nice catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. look to throw again. Flush to his right. Got the connection here to Bourne. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Flushed out right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the...
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Patriots have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. Zeke with a shake and bake. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 135 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the front.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And the Pats are right back in this football game. So they lost yardage, and they declined the penalty. There's no logical reasoning to do that.
I'm trying to go through this little Rolodex in this small brain of mine, and I'm coming up with nothing, partner. I've got zip on that one. Take the yardage, right? Take the penalty. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Here's Jones to Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Jones. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Jones. Smith catches left side. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
I do get a kick out of seeing a team kneel down at the end of the game in victory formation and wrap one up, because most of the time a kneel down is not a good thing in football. In this case, it's the best thing for the team that's winning.
Best thing Week 1 and 1-0 after going down to that knee. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You could just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for Dallas, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.